We are back again. Feature-length podcasts here at Ninja Podcast, guys. I am John, hanging out in the Mixing Studio, Southern Illinois. Represent, we got the ever-famous, the ever-back for more, Adam McKinley on the line. Adam, welcome in.
What's up, buddy?
We're pumping them out now. I know you guys who have been listening in, hitting, kind of wondering what's going on. Hitting the brakes on all seriousness, I guess. We just kind of ran off with a little bit of the shit fest, but I think it was in well order at this point. There's so much. Sometimes you can only fight shit fires with shit fire itself, and we for shit fire did exactly that. So fucking. Shit fire, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Now it's been a couple. We've been talking about this here kind of before the recording. It's been a couple of crazy weeks for ninjutsu as like a weird, drama-filled community that we are. But here's the thing, guys. I know a lot of people. They hit me up and they say, I don't see this drama. I don't see what you're talking about. I didn't know who that guy was. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. There are some folks who are just kind of in their own training bubble doing their own thing. And sometimes I almost feel bad because it's like, fuck, if I had not said anything, they wouldn't have known, dude, So I'm almost getting to that point. It feels to me like we're not really needing to bash the shit because like they've kind of fucking bashed themselves. I mean, Adam, I'm gonna bring you in. What do you think, dude?
I think at this point it's like it's pretty obvious at this point, what's going on publicly between everybody. And I think this whole, war between, BSMA and, people over here at the IANF, and it's fucking stupid, number one. Yeah. But I think number two, like, we're not going anywhere with this. I think that people can go ahead at this point and just make their decisions based off of what people have seen. Again, I've given the public the ability to go ahead and, hone in on whether or not everything I have said has been true. And again, you can go ahead and Google everything that I've said publicly. All of these things are very available to anybody that's, able to, search anything online.
Yeah, a website, you can find out. No doubt.
Sure. And what people need to realize too is I found this information because it was already readily available online. Mm-hmm. And so that's the thing that people need to realize. This has been out there for a long time. I know that folks like Rolly and, his buddies over there at the BSMA, they like to, pretend like these things haven't happened. But it's all there. Yeah. And it's not something that I have to try at this point to try to, push down anybody's throat. Like the people know that Rolly is allegedly involved in these situations. So At this point, it's up to you guys to go ahead and make your own assumptions. Right. And just wait for full, discovery to end. We're trying to figure right now what's going on. Like I said, he's clearly under investigation. Like I said, in two different zip codes. And it's just, we just need to wait and see. But until then, you guys have what's readily available, and it's all there, and it's all true.
Agreed. Well, it's kind of nuts, dude. You nailed it right there with that. It's all out. It's all available. It's common knowledge at this point. Make the decision now again, but what do we ultimately want in the end here? Is it like me personally, like what's the agenda? I've always said that it's kind of unification of ninjutsu. It's to get along. It's to do that. I don't mean to redirect from that purpose when I do these kind of one-offs to let you guys know about this sort of thing. But I feel that at some point somebody has to. Guys, we've kind of both said, Adam and I, it just feels like somebody has to do this, man, especially at this point in juncture for ninjutsu, coming out of I guess I want to say so much confusion and shakeup and the way in which kind of questioning of the Bujinkan's lineage, questioning of lineage in general by some powerful figures who brought new questions to the table. And that's the thing for that kind of 2010 to now, so much of what was just considered regular basis ninjutsu kind of lost its foundation with a lot of the challenges brought out by historical researchers who wanted to kind of set the record straight that in many cases, many of these proposed lineages, don't line up the way that they're kind of presented to you as a consumer, as a martial arts consumer. Now, here's what's up, dude. I and Adam, we don't want to beat around the bush that in this martial arts community in America, we're very unique. We're very separate. Our mentalities are different. We've grown up differently than those in Japan and other cultures. No diss to the other cultures, but America is so unique. And that's why the branding of American ninjutsu at this point, especially through IANF and what we plan to do, I think it's critical. It's critical at this point in the game because, again, clearly you've seen the garbage and bullshit that's available. You've seen through the podcast and the outreach that we've done, so many different folks kind of jump in and out to have put good energy and good positive momentum into the community and keep folks digging for more and really researching for themselves. Because again, Derek Lee Thompson says it the best. You have to find out for yourself. You have to discover these things for yourself. Now look, man, that's where I think this is most important for us as practitioners. And Adam, you're in on me with this one. Because, dude, we're looking to create the environment for practitioners to express this hunger for knowledge, this drive for training, and getting fully immersed into nature, in a sense, with this. Getting back to the grassroots, being one with your training, man. So returning to the most organic branch of yourself. Yeah, dude. Because this is really about you. It's not about me. It's not, again, when I say this, it's like to the people listening out there, to the one individual listening, or to the 50, it's your walk. It's not my walk. You're not going to come here and I'm not going to give you some magic shit that you don't already have. You already have all of these things available. You already have these abilities available to you. I'm helping you unlock that source. And that's really what martial arts is about. It's self-expression. It's expression through technique. It's expression through so many different ideas and so many different examples. But to me, martial arts really is it's self-expression, man. It's that way, and it's that organic. It's that something that's involved in embedded in everybody's DNA. Yeah, bro. Well, I think back to childhood, man, and I'm not even trying to bullshit you, dude. Like, I think back to childhood. Like, I remember getting pumped, like, maybe a new movie would come out, or, I'd catch a book or something like that where it'd get me going again. And the first thing I'd be doing is, bro, I'd be grabbing some friends, run out in the yard, pedal till we can't fucking breathe anymore, to like teach our lungs about oxygen, man. But getting out there, it was as youth, I say this, getting out there, it was so natural for us. The punches and the kicks. I remember friends and it's like anybody who was into the martial arts thing, they always hated playing when it was like, like a new movie comes out, we're all gonna go outside and play guns or some shit. They wouldn't fuck with me because they knew that John wasn't just guns, he was hand-to-hand combat. Like, as a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, you're pumped and you take so much inspiration from that. Look, I want to say this now as an adult, bro. It's like that inspiration doesn't leave. It changes. We're adults now. We do adult things. We change the caliber in which we, I guess I want to say, kind of put this into action. I train differently, obviously. Now, I built out a little location. I've got my mook jog. I've got the heavy bag. I've got the space to focus. I've got the outdoors. I'm at a trailhead here. I've got so much available. And you're a lot alike in many ways, Adam, with this, because, and again, that's why this is why it works out. I think it's a lot of IANF members are like this, where we have our own little situation going. We have our own little training quarters, facility, dojo.
And I think with the pandemic,
yeah,
that kind of made it readily available to people as well. You had to kind of resort to training at home, and so you had to kind of set up.
Yes, bro. Great point.
That's really kind of where I think. See, I don't really think that I ever even tried to post any videos online up until the pandemic came. So you won't really find any of my material before that because I was at home and I had nothing to do, and it was just kind of like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just, do my martial arts and kind of push myself and kind of push others out there that, don't have enough inspiration or want to, see another 40-year-old guy out there doing something great. Like, that's why I started doing it. And again, man, it's funny to see you have so many people out there that were affected by the pandemic that they lost their schools, they lost their dojos. I mean, God, this last year alone, when I was still on Facebook, I was, kind of watching gradually as there was just so many of the people that I was kind of following or that were my mutual friends or friends that they were losing themselves, like losing their asses, like losing their house, like everything. And so again, I think it's important to note that you're going to see a lot of that, and you're still going to see a lot of that because we're not really through the smoke yet.
No, bro, you're right on there. I've had even folks who came on the show with NP as we were progressing. Dude, like David J. Dow jumped on the show. Him and I had that conversation. He was saying the very same thing as it was getting difficult. He actually ended up having to switch locations as well, going and moving to St. Louis just to add more burden, to the kind of the drive that we all have in this business. We really just want to keep on keeping on. Now, right. Maybe we should do this, bro, because I say business a lot, and sometimes I think that screws people up. But listen, I am not going to, as unprofessional as I may act, or unprofessional rather, as I may act at times. I do aim to keep a professional edge on this market and campaign for just cause. What we have in the past with drama, yada yada, sure, but I, as a businessman, as somebody who's looked at podcasts as profitable and has looked at small ventures and found unique ways to kind of drive energy and get people excited, partying, maybe even that's there's profit there, and this is America, okay? This is America. Look,
land of opportunity.
Exactly. It's create opportunity for oneself. Make something that is gonna be demanded. Create what the folks are going to want. And that's ultimately, again, too, why I bring us back to this, to this point where we look to create these very venues that you seek. We look to create these very events that you want to attend, and we look to create the very community that you want to be part of, outside of Facebook and outside of this ridiculousness. Our own network of such. There's a lot of opportunity with what IANF has now. Kind of, again, now that we're partnered with folks like Adam, or folks like Aaron, and other martial artists, and Justin Smitley, for example, who's going to be taking a major stage in a major fight promotion that's going to be majorly badass that we're going to majorly talk about here soon. So many great things and up and comers in this community. It's going to be victory stories and stories of success all throughout next year. I guarantee it. But guys, it takes a focus on business. You can't deny the business side of martial arts. Let me bring you in, dude. I mean, you're looking at kind of stepping out as well with this venture now with American Ninjutsu Academy as it's kind of been dubbed. Take us through the mindset there, because I mean, this is an immersive opportunity for people, but it takes business. It doesn't just come about for no, what I mean? It just doesn't come from nothing,
Here's the thing. I think we're all here for the same reason. We love ninjutsu. We love we love everything about it, and we kind of want to personally employ those situations, those tactics in our life. And so, again, really see that in this country alone, that there's a lot of places that kind of allow people to kind of, come together and kind of practice the many availabilities in ninjutsu. Or kind of, get the chance or the opportunity to be around like-minded people that want to also do the same thing. I think that, it's really important for people to understand that people need this stuff, man. Like, especially now, like if you're into this whole ninjutsu situation, if you're into this whole gig, and there's just nothing around, there's nothing available.
Right.
And
dude.
so I was thinking, well, we're living in this situation. We're not clearly through the pandemic, and there's all this mountainous area up where I am. Like I said, I'm kind of located towards the Emerald Triangle, and I'm out in California, not too far off from the Oregon border. And I figured, why not just kind of see if I can kind of get some land, or get, purchase some land out here and kind of create just this surreal outdoor, like landscape, and kind of put, our ideas into it, kind of, make this place where people can come, and, this academy type place where people can, learn martial arts and, learn everything that there is available in ninjutsu. And I just, it kind of dawned on me that there was nothing like this, man.
Bro,
there's nothing.
Yeah, no, look, here's the thing too, bro. It kind of gives me these ideas, because I think of it like, bro, I would love a place that I could show up to. You kind of said like the Xavier School, for the extraordinary. It's like,
Cool thing. Here's the thing is, I live out in an area, like I said, in the Sierra Nevada mountains, where it's just beautiful, gorgeous 100-foot trees everywhere, cedars, pines, and it's got this just amazing view of just these mountainous ranges with snow-capped peaks, and it just kind of gives you this opportunity, especially if you're from like an inner city or a place where you don't get out to nature very much, to kind of just fall back into the organic part of life, and I thought it would just be such a great idea to try to create, a facility out here where people can come and they can, literally come together and they can learn from one another, and they can also learn from the people that are available here, the few teachers that are going to be, teaching out of this facility. And again, it's this perfect idea, and just, I don't know, I just went with it. So we in fact now own 5 acres out in the Sierra Nevada mountain landscape, and it is fucking beautiful. It is gorgeous. And surrounded in pine trees, and there is mountains. Like, literally, I cannot even begin to describe the beauty or describe how it feels to be in this place. So I think that, again, just making this available to people, letting people know that there is an American ninjutsu facility, that there are Americans for Americans here. If you're interested in this art, you don't have to travel too far off Japan and learn from somebody that doesn't really have a lineage at all. Again, we're talking about ninjutsu. There's so many tactics available within the idea or the topic or the title of ninjutsu. But what I think about is all of these different things available can be readily available here in one place in America.
Dude, that's, bro, look. Sorry, I'm far away. Bro, you nailed it. That's the catch. It's in America. Look, I don't want to have to jump on a plane and sit and be, fucking bombarded by a bunch of shit plus a bunch of extra culture, when really what I'm trying to do is just kind of go on a martial arts quest. You feel me? I mean, I want to seek something where I can do it. I can do it here. And not only that, bro, domestically, right now is the time to build this economy. Right now is the time to invest in ourselves. I see great things. I see opportunity here, because as folks jump in and get involved, use this as their retreat, use this as their place to teach their seminars. Even there's so much to expand upon with the opportunities that you're kind of presenting, and now that you're kind of getting me involved, I see a really huge picture here, big picture. Buildings on the spot available to fully immerse you in what it is exactly that you want to be a part of. That feeling of going to a faraway place. that feeling of going to, you know, maybe even perhaps like the spiritually awakened and enchanted area.
That's kind of what I really, really wanted to employ in this. So last year I had Sean Kanan from Karate Kid 3 come up to my house, and he ended up staying here for a week because we ended up meeting on Instagram. And one thing that he got from this place is it was just so very spiritual. It was captivating, and that you really get lost in the environment, and in fact you become a part of it, and it becomes a part of you. And I think that people are striving for a feeling like that. I think a lot of us are beat down and tired at our everyday jobs where, again, we're working in inner cities or we're working in little towns, and, you know, just the ability to kind of get away from it all and to, you know, kind of, you know, return to yourself. You know, this is about the self. You know, a lot of people are going to go, well, martial arts isn't ninjutsu, ninjutsu is martial arts. And I beg to differ. I think both are the same. And that's kind of like, again, it's not just about martial arts. It's an experience for yourself. It's getting back to you, you know, and I think that's really important. There's not a lot of places out there in the world that kind of give you the ability to do that. And if you come to this place and you want to learn, I'm not going to fuck with you and give you a hard time. I don't give a shit what type of background you have. I don't give a fuck what type of rank you have. None of that is my concern. My concern is that you're coming back to find yourself, that you're immersing yourself in something that you love, and you're giving the opportunity and the chance to learn more about something that you gravitate towards. I can't think of anything better personally.
Bro. Well, and what'll be made available to practitioners in the future too will include a library full of knowledge, you know, books, scrolls at your fingertips, the place to study quietly or take these into nature and apply these very things. There's going to be great tools at your disposal in the future as well, as you've talked about. It stems not just to this branch is not just to the self-healing, the internal, you know, I guess I want to say kind of that soul-searching and journeying in nature. But, bro, you'll also be able to add to this the physical element. We're talking about what's going to be soon available and already to some capacity available obstacles of various natures, you know, plus the addition of what's to come. Take us a little bit through that.
Well, you know, I mean, so basically I've already been kind of working on this purchased amount of property, and there's just things that are readily available around us. So for example, there's these huge pipes that I do these pipe walks on, and it kind of helps you work on your balance and kind of, you know, your stability as you kind of move forward. And it's kind of representative of not just a physical element, but also kind of a spiritual and mental element as well. But these things are all around us. So like I said, it's kind of like, imagine having a facility where you're training, but it's outdoors and you're utilizing the elements around you to learn these things. And I think that, again, that's something that's so important, because I don't think people nowadays get that opportunity very often. You know, we get so, like I said, we get so wrapped up in the daily bullshit. Like, I mean, come on, we've, you know, been talking about, you know, Don Rowley being a douchebag and all those guys. And again, you get caught up in things, and it, you know, a person needs a relief.
We do. Sorry. It's true. We do. But again, I think we always come back to the base of what ninjutsu is, the philosophies of nin, the purpose behind this perseverance, this endurance. But yeah,
this is very much to me. So, like, for example, I think a lot of people were like, well, here's this guy talking, you know, all peacefully, and then the other day he was talking like he was talking. I want everybody to understand that we very much need a balance in this community, and we are dying for a balance. There is nothing in this community that is good, and that's a very sad situation. You know, I come from a lot of traditional karate backgrounds and, you know, taekwondo and stuff like that, and those aren't things that are made readily available in those backgrounds. Like, it's too chaotic, and it's too immersed in just this bullshit and this fighting back, you know, against one another. Like, give me a fucking break. It's sad, bro, because when I think about it, we had to actually create, like you had to come up with this idea of the IANF. We had to create something because it was so fucked. It was so bad that you actually had to find a way to try to at least salvage what was left of it,
that's
bro.
Exactly. Yes. No, that's the thing that kind of irks me the most, is that, you know, getting kind of like told, you know, what I'm doing is crazy, but it's like, I felt this to be so necessary.
It never should have been necessary. Like, bro, like, there's a fair amount of shit talk in normal martial art groups. I won't lie. Like, there is, and I'm not going to try to convince people that there's not. But, like, for the most part, like, I've never seen such fucking filth and chaotic bullshit as I've seen in this community. And it's just got to be cleaned up. It's just bad at this point. There's nothing good about it. And in fact, the people that are supposed to be kind of the people that you go to for ninjutsu knowledge, or the people that are available, are just shit. They're assholes, they're fuck faces, and they're just, who wants to deal with people of that type of caliber? Like, that's I know
problem. Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know, unfortunately, we constantly have to come back to the same thing. What is nin to me? Again, like, I'm very new to this whole walk, but you know what I know is there's a balance, and there has to be a balance set. And if it means that we have to place them in the same situations that they place us in, so be it. This isn't about being negative. It's not about anger. It's not about getting back. It's about making them realize that this is the very thing that you've been doing to people. This is the very thing. This is how it feels. Like, Don Rowley, I know you're listening to this, and I hope you are, because you're only getting a taste of your own medicine. That's it. You're only being put in a place that you've put so many others after so many other different years. And you want to know something? It's balance that this community needs. And if it means we have to go this route to obtain that balance, I'm all for it.
Well, again, bro, if he wasn't putting out, and these folks weren't putting out that fucking shit in the first place, there wouldn't be a
Bro, I wouldn't even know who the fuck they were. I would have no reason.
I wouldn't know who the fuck they were either, bro. They would just exist in their own little bubbles and do their thing, and maybe even be successful as, like, someone of promise, like somebody who's like, you know, they don't have weird titles like, you know, whatever the fuck his title is, the Unholy, or whatever the fuck they call him.
It's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, Don Rowley the other day posted something, and he's like, well, he escaped my justice. Dude, yeah, I'm readily available to you at any time. Like, I didn't escape anything. I have made a readily available match provided by the top martial artists for you. If you don't accept that, that's not my problem. It's yours.
And that's the thing. His conditions are so wild and peculiar. Not only that, it's like, he gives you the final destination, or not even the final destination, but the place to meet them for a final destination. So you don't even know where you're going until the moment that you are going there. That's no way to handle a fight promotion, or just the business of fighting. It's no way to handle even a gentlemanly competition. That's garbage and bullshit. Nobody would do that. I mean, it's sketch. It's sketch as fuck.
Now I'm questioning whether or not he even showed up to that park, because apparently he had a big party, but he didn't take any pictures, and nobody wanted to take any pictures. Don Rowley likes to post on Facebook every day.
I always see him with his
he had no pictures of this party, apparently, bro. Like, there was no, like, highlights. That, again, he loves so much hanging out with his friends, and he didn't take any pictures. And I'm thinking, did anybody even come at all?
I don't think anybody showed up, dude.
like that's the thing, bro. And I'm not trying. Look, I'm being real here. Like, I would think that in a situation like that, Don Rowley would be like, yeah, we fucking sat back, and he fucking bukkakied all over my face, and fucking, you know, this happened, and then Boodle Bob came over, and we had like 5 shots of whiskey, and, you know, you would think that somebody would kind of place kind of this storyline together, especially him, and nothing. All it was is, well, I had a really good time with friends, and he escaped my justice, but I'm not going to post any pictures at all.
Shit, the dick. Nobody came. Bro. Nobody showed up. He made all that food for his fucking self. It's probably all sitting in the fridge still a couple days later, and he's like leftovers, slowly getting through it. And crying every time he opens the packaging. Nobody came. Well, he's already all pissed off because, you know, IANF has some cool stuff coming up. IANF's got a forms competition and weapons competition online coming up. I'm not supposed to talk about it yet, but we're gonna be announcing details kind of like beginning of August. But there's gonna be video submissions. I think those are gonna be like September through October, stuff like that. But the trophies are on the way because, you know, you gotta make sure shit's handled before you start, you know, talking out your ass like, so I'm not gonna fucking tell people, yeah, hey. So trophies are on the way. I'm excited about it, and you know, I kind of run a small hand in what goes on at IANF. So as spokesman, I just figured, hey, this is a neat little thing to talk about. So it's like, hey guys, trophies are on the way. Fucking hey, more details.
And you know what? Again, this is a positive aspect of what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring the community together. Yeah, we're trying to have competition. You know, everybody. If you know, you know. Fun you know, shit. You're. It's all again. It's shit. Like
we're partying, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And it's like, here's the thing. If you want to down on it. We're really not. Again, zero fucks.
Again, no fucks are given. Yeah, that's the thing. It's almost like a waste of your own fucking breath and free advertising. Fuck, bro. Check this out.
Oh, dude.
Over in BSMA already, Don Rowley. This is why people are like, why do you talk about this guy? Like, bro, if he didn't involve himself in the business dealings of the podcast and what we plan to do, we wouldn't even know who the fuck he is. So it's like I don't know. Did Howard Stern have people like this that were like just straight up chomos that show up and do weird shit?
You had this show about, you know, like, or I'm sorry, I feel like so much, especially lately, okay, like I feel like so many people have been talking about like how relevant he is, and he's not relevant. Like I said, bro, like in his little box, in his little community of people that he has, bro, like he's barely relevant. And like even within those confines, again, like we've all seen this. I don't have to try to convince people or tell people, well, this is just my opinion. When a man reaches out to the organization that he achieved the title he achieved, and those people delete his posts and tell him pretty much to go fuck himself, there's an issue. Yeah. Like, there's a major issue there, and there's a major reason behind why those people in that organization are treating him that way. What's really interesting is the two people that said that to him, I guarantee you they're nowhere near his rank or his title or whatever the fuck he's achieved in the bougie. But I can tell you one thing, they didn't give a fuck. They treated him like, hey, go fuck yourself. And like, really and truthfully, I think, again, no matter what Don says, no matter what Budo Bob, which is Don, you know, no matter what Greg Ash or whatever is Don, no matter what any of these people say, facts are facts.
Dude, bro. Well, you know, something was said a little while back that I thought was a great point was when Bujinkan practitioners show up, a lot of them, like, let's say a brand new kid finds his way to whatever Bujinkan, what have you. And then he's doing it. Let's say he's even going to a place in person, and this person doesn't even deal with the online politics. They'll probably say stuff like, well, I don't do the online stuff. But it doesn't negate what the online stuff is. So a lot of these students end up looking and seeing this shit. And when they see top-end Daishi Han, etc., and folks like Don, Don's been ousted, though, so he's a unique case. He kind of carries on with his own chariot, but whatever. But the folks who put these negative messages out, bullshit online, you know, trash and deceive and lie and, you know, add a bunch of extra hype to their bullshit and it's narcissistic and sometimes almost weird, like just weird so shit they get into. It makes like, these honestly, other guys think that it's okay, like that's accepted. Well, they think it's okay to act like that in the booge.
And what's so crazy, dude, and I can't get over this, if he wasn't a part of the BSMA and he like had his video posted to the BSMA, they would make fun of it. If nobody knew who Don Rowley was at the BSMA and he posted that fucking atrocious video that he posted on YouTube, they would make fun of it.
No, I agree. I fucking agree. I mean, it's exactly, yeah.
he would be bashed. And what's really, really crazy is we have this guy that's so adamant about trying to get on people that are frauds in his opinion, but he himself is like totally illegitimate. Like, getting a martial arts lesson from that guy's got to be cringe, because I don't really think you're going to learn anything that's going to help you in a life and death situation. So much to the point that he's even posting like posts now that, you know, nowadays MMA fighters aren't real fighters because you're supposed to run away. I don't give a fuck what he says. Soldiers win battles not because they run. It's because they fucking fight.
We stand
and
fight.
That's the difference between a person like him and most martial artists, is they understand that and he doesn't. It's very life and death for them, and to him it doesn't mean shit. And for him, he doesn't have anything available already or anything to offer anybody that looks anything near legit, bro. Like, again, I point back to those videos that anybody can look up on YouTube where he's actually in action, and I'm asking people listening to ask yourself if you really think that that's something you would want to learn going out into a real situation for yourself. I think I lost you, bud.
Oh, bro, it's because I was on fucking mute. I'm sitting here talking and shit. Ah, yeah, bro, you know, fucking blah, blah. I was on mute. Shit, man. Look, lost my role there. I was fucking going. No, bro, I thoroughly agree. And my thing is there ends up being, again, these crossroads where it's undeniable that this is like the case. It's undeniable when you come across things within the Bujinkan like this, that overall organizations of that nature, and I'm gonna kind of go there, bro. I'm ready to kind of put this on the Bujinkan. A lot of this stuff, you know, Don Roley might be what he is, but again, bro, if you had a soldier out on the battlefield, fucking dancing around and fucking trying to basically get your own guys shot in many ways too. And you'd fucking mortar that prick. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, oops.
He's not, the type of warfare is he wants to just run away. Well, that's the problem we're having, is that he's running away from my offer. And so that's the type of situation we're going through. It doesn't matter at this point what he tries to say. You know what I've noticed again? He's very quiet about the whole situation that just happened. He's not saying anything. And I've got to wonder, I don't think he even is, thinks himself. I'm starting to think if he's questioning himself. Because, again, bro, it's everybody knows I'm Budo Bob. Everybody knows I'm Lourdes. Everybody knows that potentially I'm involved in these horrible, heinous crimes that have been made available in these last few weeks. And I think he's getting tired. I really think he's been drinking hard on the bottle. And again, bro, I highly question, bro, like that he even had a party. Again, bro, in a situation like that, where he's like, oh, my entourage, and he's buying fucking little pieces of fucking whatever the fuck he bought from the local grocery store to seem like he was authentic Japanese himself. Bro, like, give me a fucking break. Like, he isn't fooling anybody.
Look, bro, I'm gonna go with something too. Listen, check this out. I'm gonna be this guy. Okay, look. I'm going to start this by saying that I have no problem with any sort of marriage. I find love is love. Okay, so if two dudes love each other, which is what Don Roley needs to accept and realize that that's the case. Most likely a big reason that he's so aggro in public. It's just I'm just saying I see a lot of those characteristics. But there's also men and women love each other. That's fantastic. Women love each other. But then there's also folks from the various cultures, ethnicities come together to get married, to do that thing. I'm going to say this, okay, because I'm a white guy, so I can talk about the white guy shit, and that's kind of, to the extent to where I know, I know what a lot of these white dudes are about. I know what a lot of these white dudes are about. And there's no doubt, dude, that for white guys, across the board, a lot of these dudes, bro, it's like they want. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this. This is gonna be controversial. Them bros, dude, they want Asian women, bro. They go there, they go to Japan, they want Asian women. A lot of these sailors and soldier guys, they know there ain't no denying they the fucking Asian women, bro.
Rolly and his wife, bro. Look at that shit.
Fucking Asian women.
Woman that's a pack a day because she came back to America with this fucking buffoon.
Here's my catch. Bro, I'm noticing it's kind of a thing amongst a lot of these ninjutsu elite guys in the Bujinkan specifically.
I'm going to marry me a Japanese one.
They marry Japanese girls. They it's like they've taken they wanted to it's not, bro, there's a sexual fetish going on. Like they want a kunoichi. Like I hear all this shit.
You know what?
I'm saying it. I'm fucking saying it.
I'll go down this road with you because I totally fucking agree.
Bro.
And it's totally true when you look at them. And it's no offense, bro, but it seems like especially the ones that gravitated towards the Buji, like they hella took back the women, bro. It almost makes you think that, that Masaki or whatever was like running kind of a little joint where you could like take home a free wife if you joined his Buji,
Well, then, and what's super fucking funny is look at Masaaki himself. He's absolutely obsessed with Marilyn Monroe. He loves the white girls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to him, it's like white girls are his super treat. Now, there's no doubt that white girls are already a super treat. So it's like in Japan, it's unique because when they see white girls, that to them is like they're like, oh, the beauty hall. My friend, I won't say her name, but my friend, she taught English in Japan for a long time. Awesome girl, great character, so much going on. She's just an amazing person to be around. So much life, and she's so bubbly and fantastic and funny. And she would just send me these little messages every once in a while. We were talking and emailing and talking on Skype back in the day when she was doing a lot of this. And it was like she was just praised for just being a pretty white girl wherever she went. So it goes both ways. I'm not saying that I'm not saying either culture is at fault for it. Look, man, you're into the Asian booty, you're into the Asian booty, but it's no doubt, bro, that look, some of these white dudes take it to the next step though. They fucking then now that they're like, well, I'm fucking family, and I'm like, bro, you dipped.
A lot of these guys, to me, this is again what I was talking over. It's more like, yeah, you're getting a little bit of taste of the authentic, but really and truthfully, you're just truly LARPing and you're wanting to live the life of a Japanese person 300 years ago.
Yeah.
That's really what you're trying to do. And you're trying to cover it up with this, we have martial arts schools and we have a lineage that goes back all this time and we have this. And you really don't. You don't have any of those things. But I think what you're trying to get to is it's very much not a stereotype. It is true, bro. A lot of these guys, especially the guys that were the guys that went early on or, back in the 80s and whatnot, they did, bro. And it's funny that you mentioned that because
I hate to be this guy, but bro, there's a lot of people that are like, yo, fuck you for that. But
it's
for real,
it's
dude.
Not denied because it's true. A lot of these guys ended up trying to immerse themselves in that culture and then come back to America to show
trying to immerse themselves in that punani as well.
Oh, bro, hardcore. And that's all it was. And I think it's hilarious that that point is so true. And again, they're probably going to be like, oh, blah, 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 and they're going to get all mad about us saying that. But it's true. Look at the guys that
bro,
did this.
I jumped off the edge. Yeah. No, I'm in the shit now.
All this shit. Well, that's a very good point, sir.
I had to I face facts and I look at this a long time ago and now I'm not going to bash. You guys marry who you truly love. If that's who you truly love, fucking A. But I'm just going to say that I think a lot of what your persuaded reasons for finding true love was a lot of your obsession with wanting to be a ninja. Now look, it's not a bad thing. A lot of us want to be ninjas, but I don't know, dude.
But look at a guy like Rolly.
I see the pictures.
Rolly would need to try to convince a foreigner that he was something of worth. Because obviously any woman in their right mind, especially women at the grocery store with stories that never happened, would never actually try to do anything with him to begin with.
Agreed. A lot of these dudes are slime.
You have that.
Yeah,
a lot of these guys, like, look at Rolly, dude. Like, what is really going on with his fucking beet red face? Like, I urge everybody to go online and look at psoriasis and look at what an alcoholic looks like before they're actually really starting to lose themselves. And he really is that person. And again, this is no offense to people struggling with alcoholism, or, you know, no offense to people that actually struggle with the drink. But in his case, bro, it's like he's just this drunk, raving lunatic that thinks that he's going somewhere with this, and he's just slowly dying publicly. And I think people are starting to look at him and be like, bro, like, you're not even relevant. Like, yeah. and even people that were on his own posts, like you mentioned at the last post, like, wow, I mean, so many fights and you've never even had to throw one punch. Like, that's the point, is Don Roley will never give anybody the opportunity to fight him publicly, because he knows the very moment that he does that with somebody with at least a little bit of experience, he's going to get really hurt. And then everybody's going to question everything he's done, and he'll no longer be able to talk shit from his little podium.
Well, yeah, I mean, bro, that's a big part of it too. I mean, he'll never set fight parameters, or even just, you know, he'll never get. It will never happen. I'm going to call him. I'm going to still.
I will
he's
put
a
it out
bitch
there
for this
again.
shit. It's just straight bitch moves all day.
Well, and I'll put it out there again. I am absolutely still interested, Don Roley. I can put this together in one day. I have the top martial arts people in the world.
Yeah, he's acting like, oh, the challenge and the fight and this and that. It's like, no, dude, your weird bogus claims on date and time and structure are pathetic. Like, no one would meet under weird conditions. Like, bro,
professional fighters
come to grips with some regular conditions here. Like, it's not that much to ask.
Would any professional fighter out there have met those conditions?
Bro,
no, absolutely not. Because there's no way that they're going to place themselves in a situation where they're not going to be in the public eye, especially.
Maybe Nate Diaz.
In a situation where people are there to watch him. Again, this is really strange to me that, again, we've said this before. Don, you've been offered this fight. It's a chance for you to finally go viral, which you've been known to say. You want it to go viral. This will absolutely go viral. This can be a huge venue. It can be really, really professional. I have the top martial artists in this country a phone call away, and I can make this fight happen. It will be huge. It will be broadcasted. He will make money. Win, lose, or draw, this guy will fucking make money. And so I don't understand why he's not doing this or jumping on this. I'm making this available to him, and I absolutely promise him that he can bring whatever fake entourage he wants, because it's all going to be public anyway.
Bro, right. That's the thing. It was meant to be out. It was meant to be open. It's meant to be in the air. You know, that's ultimately what the dude's hiding from, man. There's no doubt. But look, you know, there's other folks too who would jump on this as a card. Like like you know, if he wants to main event a card, even I know there's other folks out there right now who I mean, God, dude, they've been waiting for these opportunities to settle.
I hate fucking Rolly, but the dude is legendary. If people knew that he placed himself on a fucking mixed martial arts fight card, do you know how big that shit would get? In this community, outside of this community, it would get so many people viewing in, bro. It would be huge. And what's interesting is I'm giving them an opportunity to meet me professionally in a professional venue that is absolutely broadcasted. Like if this will be a huge media event, and like him and his butt buddies that are always talking shit on everybody, they can come in on this fight card too. Like, that's the thing, is like, let's stop fucking talking. If you guys are really real martial artists, surely you won't have a problem meeting us in this venue.
Bro, right. I bet we could get Brett Gordon. Brett Gordon probably jump in and fight Dugas. Everybody wants to see that, you know? Like,
and you could get so many people in on this, and it would be, I promise you, because of the names, I promise you, because of the online beefs, that it would get to 1 million views quick as fuck. It would have no issues going viral because of the headline names.
Yeah, it's just break the ice. It's just break the ice at that point too. You can always come back for more.
I don't want anything. All I want in this situation is I want to prove to the world that Don Roley is a little bitch. I want nothing. I will walk away free of money. I will actually hand him the fight card. Here's how it goes. I will publicly hand him the fight card, even if I win. I will give it to him. That's how much I want to beat his fucking ass publicly. I will give him the fucking money.
You're like, here's a G. Just show up. Just come on. Here's a G anyway.
I will get and that's check it out.
You're saying the whole
this
purse,
is
like
the
the
three
Gs.
He gets to keep his own. Bro, this will be a big venue, and the fighters stand to make money. Obviously, people stand to make money in this situation.
There's money to be made there. Yeah.
Oh, bro, I will give him everything I make just to meet me publicly in front of everyone. I will publicly say that right now, and people can call me on it. I will give him every last cent just to meet me publicly. I have one interest and one interest only, in beating the shit out of Don Roley publicly. That's all I want.
Bro, but again, it's on a fight platform. It's an open challenge that, has been not even really like, I mean, it wasn't even really set in stone or addressed initially. Like, these were just, it was kind of a he said, she said to get to this point. So all that aside, at this point, you're stating publicly that the door is open. He just has to walk through it, and that's the fact. So everything past this point is just his either avoidance or acceptance.
I would even agree. If he agreed to fight me publicly, I would stop using his name publicly. If he agreed to meet me publicly, there'd be no reason for me to do anything else. I want only one thing. There is only one end to this for me. I only want to beat his ass. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the publicity. I don't give a shit about that. I want to beat him with my hands, and I want to beat him with my feet. I want to literally put him to sleep. I want to do everything possible in a mixed martial arts fight to him. And again, if he gives me this opportunity, he can walk away with a lot of money, and I guarantee you he'll be doing fucking magazines and everything after this shit, because it's such a big
fuck yeah, because everybody at this point in the game, it would have given ninjutsu something actually. I mean, bro, there's been nothing up to this point, just a bunch of online beef and bullshit. It would be the point to where he actually did something, and I believe that there would be some online there are some online magazines, or we're not obviously Black Belt could give a fuck about Don,
bro.
Bujin Cast, all the magazines related to Little Bujinkan, like these, like it's kind of like street level mags, like online mags. They would give a fuck, bro. They totally would.
After I castrate him, he can go straight to Oprah, bro.
We're gonna see him on The View.
I mean, seriously, shit. Barbara Walters, bro. Like, and he literally, again, and I just want to put this out there, Don Roley, you are gay, and it's okay to admit that you are gay. You were talking this earlier. You are absolutely 100% gay. What's really funny is you can really see the things that affect Don, and one of the things that really affect Don is when people call him a homosexual. And one of the things that really, I guess, challenge Don is when you talk about him involved in sexual acts. Only men that have question of themselves react to something like that. I don't give a shit if you call me something publicly. That's your opinion of me. But Don takes a huge offense to being called a homosexual.
He can't handle locker room talk. Like, that's a big thing. I notice a lot of these dudes act like they're so offended whenever it's like some minor locker room talk, and they want to call everybody pedophiles. And I'm like, look, you guys are extremely insecure. You guys are really afraid of what either happened to you as children, manifesting into your adult age. Maybe you have some weird obsessions you don't want people to know about. Whatever it is, though, the rest of us don't give a fuck. We joke about this shit. We talk. I worked in shops. Shop environment is like dick and fart jokes all day. That's all you're doing is cutting jokes about that sort of shit, bro.
Bro, when I turned 18, and you could definitely look this up, dude, I worked in a fucking porn shop. And I straight up sold fucking porns to fucking pervs that came in there because they wanted to look at the new fucking, Bukkake Fest 6 or whatever the fuck they wanted.
Did it have nudie booths? Or not nudie booths, but did it have video booths?
No.
It wasn't a gaming location.
So check it out. It was like an actual video store, and you could come there and get all like the newest hits, dude. Like at the time, it was like Master and Commander just came out, so this was like fucking ago, bro. But like people would come in there and like they would go into the back room. So when somebody would go into the back room, like you would have to go back there. And I remember, dude, like there was this gay couple and they came back there, bro. And like the most fucking ridiculous thing ever. But I'm sitting there, bro, and like they want to like look at the different dildos together, bro, and like choose it. And then they want me to put fucking Duracell batteries in this one so they can see how hard it might.
Can you just make sure that it works before?
Oh, bro.
I want to get home.
And it was such a weird job, but I got paid really well, and I was working in Nevada.
Dude, yeah, bro. Shout out to the fucking to the folks, man, in the booth at all those sorts of venues. Bro. Look, America. We are the triple X red strip, red light strip. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we do. You know, every culture's had that sort of shit, bro.
You know what, dude? We are Americans, and we are proud of our
fucking dude. Proud of porn, proud of titties, proud of good shit.
Shout out to Perv City, bro. Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, porn is awesome, dude. Like, and if you don't enjoy it, then you're not an American.
That's what I'm saying. It's freedom of expression, freedom of, bro. I gotta throw a shout out. Krista Jacobson does a lot of like nude modeling and throws a lot of that personality and kind of pizzazz into what she does as the head mistress of Budokai. Like so she or Budo Rukai. She totally embraces and embodies a lot of that cool shit. And yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, this is pornographic. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, bro, you're just upset because something's happening down in your pants, and you're just not sure. But bro, look,
whenever I think of the babes of martial arts, bro, I always think of fucking Cynthia Rothrock. That woman is still fucking immaculate, bro.
Yeah.
She's still in good shape, dude. And good Lord, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I used to watch her in action and I'd be like, Jesus, you can kick me anytime you like. I mean, like, it was just, she was beautiful, and her martial arts abilities were endless, bro.
Yeah, dude, no, straight up. Well, look, man, we got to wrap up this segment. We're gonna wrap it up here for the segment. We'll take a break. We'll either come back with more, or I'll come back and fucking put the cap on this beat. But either way, Adam, thanks for being in on this segment, guys. Make sure to stick around for more, either next episode or more to come. Ninja Podcast again, guys. I'm John. I'm not fucking John. I mean, I am John. And I fucked him. It's a long story. We'll be back.